Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. There we go. Hey, killer cat.
Extra chair? There's an extra chair? Can't stand for long.
Good evening. Tell me to stand near that. I apologize for the late start, but we're going to move right along here. I want to make one correction in the program. Our boss list, Keenan Davis, he is not longer the boss list. He was the boss list a year ago. Our boss list here who is speaking is Delvin Peaks. Delvin Peaks is our boss list, our president of the Omega Psi Phi chapter, Gamma Psi chapter. He will be speaking at the end of the ceremony. So right now, we'll go ahead and get started. And we're waiting for our guest speaker to come. He's on his way, got a little turned around. So right now, it's like to start by bringing Mr. Jordan Simmons up.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm gonna start with a quick poem before. It's called Invictus by William Ernest Henley. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I think whatever gods may be for my incomparable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but I'm bound. Beyond this place of wrath and tear, looms but forward of the shade, and yet menace of you finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate, and I am the captain of my soul. All right. So I'd like to introduce you to myself. I am Jordan Simmons. I am right now a senior at Greenman Collegiate, graduating in a few days. I'm proud of that. I've been in the Golden Fold for the full 4 years. Can you hear me back there? All right, there you go. But yes, I've been in the Golden Fold for 4 years, and I'm proud to say that too. They've been a very helpful mentoring program. I'm planning to attend college at Norfolk State University. On the full line. And my chosen major is mechanical engineering. So I'd like to welcome you all to the 13th annual Crossing the Bar ceremony for the Golden Fold. It's the capstone event of the Golden Fold movement as we send off our senior members into adulthood, off to college, or wherever their journey takes them. It is also in which Gamma Psi Phi chapter, Virginia Beach Omega Psi Phi fraternity, Incorporated awards its annual James Nixon and Calvin Sears Memorial Scholarship to the awardee. All right. So I would like everybody to give at least 20 minutes, settle down, and we'll take a quick break and recommence in 20 minutes.
You help yourself to the buffet.
Okay, real quick, because we have a pause. We're going to do the invocation and blessing of the food before we eat.
Let us bow our heads. Dear Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you, Lord, for the blessing of life, Lord. We thank you for protection and allowing us to get here safely. We ask, Lord, that you will bless the food, bless the hands that are prepared for the nourishment of our bodies, and bless us and help us to remember those who have none, Lord. Let us be grateful for what we have. It's in your Son Christ's holy, righteous name that we do pray. Amen.
Young leaders, let our guests eat first. Help yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. Yeah, how are you? Yeah. We were just talking about it, like that's the deal. We have picked on, tomorrow they've got and he's gone back and forth. Graduation next Friday. Yeah, he's not that was thinking after he graduated. Well, that was he won't even be marching in. He'll be playing all the way in the marching.
You did say that too. Wow.
I was like, oh, what you want to do? This is the last time you get to play before the game. On Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, we'll find out. Okay. Thank you.
Not eating?
We will, we just kind of left alone.
Young leaders.
That's very true. Oh, you gotta talk. Oh. Where you came. I don't. I was concerned about this. I was concerned about I don't think so. Better. Gas is so hot. So it's like
All right. Quick warning, we will recommence in 4 minutes. George. Good evening again. Before we get started, we have a couple of introductions I'd like to give, special guests that came out. Each of these individuals have worked with our young men, came through years ago and been with us ever since. And first, I'd like to introduce Ms. Star Armstrong, founder and executive director of Clever Communications in Action. Just saying. Then we have Mr. John Epstein with WFG and Reverend Luther Allen of First the Haven Baptist Church. We appreciate you guys coming out. And now we get started, Mr. Simmons. All right. Now that we have recognized some of our special guests within the building, I'd like to bring up my brother, Dwayne McGill, and he will tell a bit about himself and explain what's going on. How y'all doing today?
good. That's good. My name is Wayne Gill, as Jordan just said. I'm a senior graduating at Greenrun Collegiate. I've been a part of the Golden Fold for about 3 years now. Joined because Brian and his family put me and my mom onto this, and it's been really positive and uplifting. I plan to go to college to Fayetteville State University in North Carolina. And I plan to major in mass communications and media. All right. First, I would like to say a poem called "See It Through." When you're up against the trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerves desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile. When with trouble, you're beset. But remember you are facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up. Whatever you do, eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. Tonight, let's celebrate all our young leaders as we present them will certificates denoting the pillars of the Golden Fold movement. The first pillar is scholarship. Scholarship is one who has demonstrated scholarly qualities in pursuing his education. The second is sound adulthood. That is one who has shown strong leadership qualities and service. The third pillar is endurance, one who has exemplified struggling to success. And the fourth pillar is uplift, one who has served others independently. Now, I would like to hand the podium off to Liam, who will present us to our guest speaker today.
This is Liam will introduce himself, but just as an example of what we try to teach our young leaders to always be ready to fill in and stand up. He was not called upon until last night to take the place of the person you see in the program who couldn't make it.
Hello, my name is Liam Davis, and I'm currently a junior in Kentville High School, 12th grade, and I'm going into my senior year coming weeks. All right. Well, I've been with the Golden Fold, the Mega Sci-Fi Fraternity group, for about 3.5 years. Sorry about this, being on the fly, it's not easy. So. Good job, man. And the Mega Sci-Fi Fraternity group has essentially made me into a better person. I've been in this group for so long, 3 years, as previously just said. It's taught me a lot. It taught me about being responsible, dealing with the upcoming adulthood, things like that. And with mentor, Mr. Ford, taught me a lot. I'm glad to be part of this. And to cut to the chase, I would like to take the time to introduce our commencement speaker of the evening, Dr. Charles Scorpion III. Let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Kofi. Let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Kofi. He's very passionate about revolution. Not to rise that march to cities and countries, but the opportunities we all have for our personal and global transformation. Over the course of the last 25 years, Dr. Kofi has worked to change trajectories of America's most precious demographic. Black boys and men. And there was one way to do this by providing the educational skills, life tools, capital necessary to illuminate and catalyze the genius that resides in us all. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me give a warm welcome to the man of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Dr. Charles S. Kofi III. All right, and now that he's here, I'd like to give Dr. Kofi as a token of our appreciation. We'd like to present him with a plaque that way.
Good evening. It is a wonderful opportunity to be here with you. I want to thank the brothers at Gamma Psi for the amazing work that they are doing in our communities to help. As I said, as Liam said, what I think and what we think is the most precious demographic in our country, Black men and boys. But I also want to thank the sisters who are here that help raise us to make sure that we are good men as well. Thank you so much. I want to first apologize for my appearance tonight. My life is in full chaos right now. Taking care of family members was not in the manual, the childhood manual growing up. And so my mother has debilitating arthritis. My father has Alzheimer's. So something always arises. And then there's all the other things that happen in my life. So I apologize. And I thank Brother Abdul for his grace tonight. He called and I was on my way to one of my properties because something's always going wrong. And he said, "Are you on your way?" And I was like, I'll be right there. So I appreciate Brother Abdul's grace. And I want to give a shout out to my line brother who's been with me for almost 29 years. 29 years, Seiko Gardner, 28 and a half years. January 29th, 1994. Thank you for what you do. Seiko is also the engineer and producer of my podcast, the What's Your Revolution show. And without Seiko, my show would not be what it is now. We've just passed 35,000 listens, 137 shows. So when Seiko took over a couple of years ago, the sound and trajectory of the show changed. So thank you, dear brother, for all that you do. Make sure you also check out his wonderful podcast as well. Thank you. Young brothers, let me spend a little time talking to you. This is a very interesting time. My best friend, Quince Griffin, had his 51st birthday on May 31st. We are 11 days apart, but actually now we're a year and 11 days apart because I didn't turn 51. He did. I can't say it. I can't do it. It just doesn't feel right. But if you allow me for a moment, I remember anyone that knows me knows that I am a proud stallion. I'm a green run stallion through and through. Class of 89. And I remember in 1986 riding down South Independence in my mom's beige Cutlass Sierra at the time. And Quince was in the car with me. And we were riding past Green Run High School. And we had been waiting so long to go there. And we just said, wow, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be going to Green Run High School. And poof, it was gone. It was over. 3 years went by. We enjoyed ourselves. And I remember sitting at graduation, and we were a row behind, and there were 1,000 of us. We are the largest graduating class in Virginia State history. There were 1,000 of us, and for some reason, that night a seat opened next to him, and Quentin and I have been best friends since we were 6 years old, first grade, the first day of first grade. And the seat opened up, and I made sure that I went and sat next to him so we could revel in the end of graduation together. And we were laughing the other day. I said, "Do you remember that?" He never remembers anything. I can tell him what he has on the first day of first grade. He's like, "You're the historian." But I was like, "Do you remember that time?" And he said, "No." I said, it was just a good time in our lives. It was a wonderful occasion to reminisce about what had passed, being with friends, being with family, reveling in doing well. We were going off to college. He was going to Virginia Tech, and I was going to James Madison. But it was that time. And so the first thing that I want you to think about, young brothers, as you are finishing, right? Those of you who are crossing and graduating, I want you to revel in this time. I want you to understand that the world is going to change for you. But right now, the friends and your family, they're pouring into you. Love on your friends and love on your family, because things will change from this point in time. The world will look at you differently. The world will have greater expectations of you as you move forward. You will think about your goals. You will think about what you want to do in the world, how you want to show up for folks, how you want people to show up for you. I would hate to say in this world that it is a treacherous world for people that look like us, but it is. I want you to be armed and equipped for this world, to understand that you are great, that you are born of kings and queens. Let me say that again. Our ancestors were kings and queens who were brought over here and figured out some way, right, to create families, right, to create welcoming environments, to figure out what a family reunion looked like when languages were mixed, right? You are our ancestors' wildest dreams. And I want you to understand that as you move into this space, as you graduate, as you move into this next phase of your life. And Brother Abdul said, it is a new world order that we are living in, young brother. But what do you do when there's a new world order? And oftentimes there are policies and laws that may hamper you. You revolt. And for so long, I've been asking this question, young brothers: what's your revolution? And people say, "Oh, how did you get to this question? Like, how did you come to this question?" And Seiko knows, because I say it so many times, it's the most thought-provoking question of your life. What do you want to transform in your life, yourself, your family, your community, this country, our world? By thinking critically about that question, you can move forward in your life. But I'm going to give you 3 things that I want you to do, right, as you think about and answering that question in this new world order, because it's going to take young brothers like you to make sure that our communities thrive. And the first thing I say, because it's been so interesting to interview Black men who are doing amazing things in our world, right? I get to ask them these questions on my show. And there's a brother named Elijah Moses, who's the CEO of an organization called Wise Young Builders in DC. And Wise Young Builders helps young brothers who look like us, right, think about alternative careers, right? You don't have to go to college, right? Sometimes we need to work with our hands. Some of the richest people I know work with their hands, right? They have a skill. And so what Elijah said was like, I'm going to teach young kids how to build a skill so they can then go out and build a business, be entrepreneurial. And so when I asked him, what's your revolution? He said, my revolution is to revolt and evolve into the person I want to be. So the first thing that I ask you as you move into this next phase of your life, when graduation is over and you've got the summer and you're moving into, right, college or whatever you're going to do, ask yourself, what does the next version of myself have to look like? What does it have to be? Who do I have to evolve into? You're a caterpillar if you think about this, and caterpillars grow into something much greater. You have to revolt from this version of yourself
and evolve into the next phase of your life so that you can be successful. I want you to think about that. What's your revolution? Who do I want to be? Because you can't be revolutionary if you remain ordinary. You can't be revolutionary if you remain ordinary. The second thing I want you to think about is that as you revolt and evolve, right, you're going to move through these spaces. You're going to be challenged. You're going to be tasked. And you're going to say, I want to be better, right? I want to get straight A's, all right? I want to create this business. I want to make sure that I show up for my family and my friends better. I want to make $10 million. I want to give back to my community. I want to start a business. But there will come points in that journey, the revolutionary journey, young brothers, where you will have to make a choice. The choice points will confront you, right? Either you move forward, you stay the same, or you move backwards. Rasheed Thomas came on my show. He is the author of About That Life. And he said, you will know that, right? He will know as you along that journey when life texts you, right? When it makes you feel uncomfortable. And that's the thing, young brothers, we cannot sit in this comfort, right? The warm fuzzies, right? Everybody loves a warm bath. But what happens when you have to take 25 cold showers in a month? Is that comfortable? What happens is that you, in those 25 cold showers in a month, you learn what struggle is. You learn how to challenge your mind that those cold showers are just making you stronger. But the easiest thing when you do that is that you can turn the water to warm, real easy. You have control of that. But the choice point said that if I'm going to grow, if I'm going to be revolutionary, right, there's no need to turn on that warm water. And so I'm asking you, as those choice points come, dear brothers, make the right choice to continue to be revolutionary. Because we've seen too many ordinary people reach for the warm water. Stay in the cold, dear brothers. Stay in the discomfort. Because what happens is when we are uncomfortable, we find out who we really are. And the last thing I'll say to you is that as you move through these spaces and you've revolted and evolved into who you want to be, that you've made the right choices time and time again. And I know it will be difficult. You will have to lift as you climb. You will have to reach back, right? And say that there was a young brother or a young sister behind you that looks at you as a model and says, you know what? I got you. Let me show you how to do this. Thomas Drew, who is the CEO of One in One Life, a multi-million-dollar mental health media company, came on my show. And we've been saying it all the time. Segal can confirm this because he hears it all the time on the show. Your revolution is not just for you. When you think about this, and the brothers of Omega Side know this, right? Every day we wake up and we ensure that this organization is not just for us. These men in this organization who are here tonight, who are dressed well, who have given their life to Omega, said, look, I want to make sure that those who are coming behind me have a path. You will have to do the same. You will have to reach back and say, I got you. I'm here with you. I see you. I'm going to propel you. So I ask as I close tonight, young brothers and your families, in this new world order, it almost feels like the same order, right? That those who have been coming for us are still coming for us, but they have more artillery, and we have to figure out how to defend ourselves even more. Revolt and evolve. Make the right choice. And take those people you need with you so we can make sure that we have a cadre of revolutionaries who will change the tenor of our lives, who will change the tenor of our communities, right? And think about that. If you are the revolutionaries, what we could be in the next 10 years, the next 20 years, the next 50 years. So I appreciate the time. I appreciate the brothers of Gamazai for allowing me to come speak and spend some time. Congratulations to you and all you do, young men. Thank you. Thank you. And as I said, revel in this time.
This will be the gift. There'll be a token of your appreciation for your hard work. So it says, air flag. Hmm? Dr. Charles S. Corpus III, appreciation as a guest speaker, crossing the bar ceremony for June 9th, 2022. A goal for membership group movement, such Gamma Psi Phi chapter, via Virginia Beach, Gamma Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Thank you for all the All right, and now Mr. Terry Calhoun will take the mic, and he's going to present the winner of the James Dixon Calvin Institute Memorial Scholarship.
We're still moving things around here. Right now, we're gonna honor our young men within the program before we go through the scholarship ones. Okay.
Good evening. I'm not sure Abdul introduced himself, but he's director of our Golden Pole Movement program. Abdul Wallace. We have 4 graduating seniors. 2 of them are not here because they're down with COVID. But nonetheless, one of them is receiving an award in absence tonight. And he is one of 2 nominees for the Harambe Creed Award, which is given to one who consistently supports his community and the mission of the Golden Fold to serve one's community. So Brian Brown, one of the seniors, he's been in the Golden Fold throughout his high school years at Green Run Collegiate. His community service was recognized by the 200 plus men by giving him their John R. Lewis Youth Award. And he's participated in all these years on Golden Fold in a number of our community service activities in addition to ones he has done outside of our organization. So, Jordan, I'm actually going to ask you to come up and receive Brian's award, which I'm sure we'll see that he gets. Thank you, Jordan. The second awardee you've just heard from, he's completing his junior year at Kempsville High School. He's also been a Golden Pole throughout most of his high school years. He has 2 brothers also who are Golden Pole young leaders that he I'm sure is being his brother's keeper, as I've always told him. So he prefers not to have to do that. He has a fast food job, but still found time this year to put in about 100 hours of community service, including the community service through this program. Liam Davis. Liam stepped up. Okay. See what happens when you move, you miss some opportunities. Moving on, the second pillar award, the Arturo Schomburg Award of Scholarship for one who has consistently moved toward the pillar of scholarship. Once again, in addition to the Rami Creed Award given to Brian Brown, he's also earned this award. Brian, his scholarship earned him the title of Green Run High Honor Graduate. He also won Gamma Zi's 2022 James Dixon and Calvin Sears Memorial Scholarship. He was chosen to begin his college education at TCC and later transferred to a four-year college. Dwayne, you want to come accept that award for Brian? And Dwayne, remain in place because you have also been given this award of scholarship. Like Brian, you're an honor graduate from Green Run Collegiate. And like Brian, you've also, as we'll see later, have won the Gamma Xi, James Dixon, and Calvin Sears Memorial Scholarship in recognition of your 3.7 GPA. You've heard that he intends to go to Fayetteville State College in North Carolina and major in mass communication. Liam, come on up.
Something.
Yes, and you picked an opportune time to go to the restroom, but while you were out, we decided to give you an award, the Harambe Creed Award for Community Service. I'm probably the oldest person in the room, so you can forgive me for lapse of manners and memory, but I don't think I introduced myself. Most of you know me, but I'm Fred Ford. I'm the Assistant Director for the Golden Fold Program. I'm also the longest serving Omega man in the room, wearing a 55-year pin. Jordan, coming up. So we already told you he's a winner of the James Dixon and Calvin Sears Memorial Scholarship with a GPA in excess of 4.0. Jordan is a mentor to other kids at Green Run Collegiate, and he was courted by many colleges and universities. But as you heard, he chose Behold the Green and Gold. You know, I want to give you an example of what we're trying to do and create with these young leaders. You'll hear from Seiko Barner's son, Akeem Baldwin Bonner, who seems like yesterday was crossing the bar in this program, but actually it was 4 years ago. He just graduated from Norfolk State. But you heard our speaker talk about reaching back and bringing forth, and that's what Akeem has done for Jordan. He's already networked and hooked him up with someone at Norfolk State who's going to help open doors and lead him through. So that's the kind of expectation we have of young leaders. Dr. Ernest E. Just was one of our 4 founders, and we have an award in his name for sound adulthood. One who's demonstrated maturity, responsibility, and development of other adult traits consistently, and has consistently moved toward the pillar of adulthood. So, Dwayne, you already know he's been mature, responsible, and accountable to achieve academic excellence. But he's also demonstrated the ability to be committed to developing several skills and character building activities besides attending high school. He's a drummer in the Green Run Collegiate High School Band. He's an award-winning videographer, and he's been a faithful member of the Golden Pole. We have another absentee, Dylan Watson. Dylan is rising up to be a senior at Bayside High School. His personal mentor, Ronald Grooms, says that Dylan is very dependable, right? Responsible, and serious-minded gentleman who brings commitment to everything he does. For example, he has only missed 2 meetings at the Golden Pole program this year, and both were excused for cause. One because his grandparents were surprised him to visit him and took him out to dinner, I think, on a night we were supposed to meet. He had to make a decision. Yes.
The reason he's not here is because he's taking exams. He's a full guy, kind of full guy, does computers and stuff like that. And when I called him, that's what he told me. He said, I told you that last week. I said, well, what do you know? Keep in mind.
Well, he's dedicated to developing his skills in computer programming as a coder. His coding club at school ranked number 10 in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So the Ernest E. Just Award goes to Dylan Watson, and since he's at Bayside, and Mr. Grooms is not only his mentor but is a counselor at Bayside, would you please step in for him and receive his award?
Bro.
Ron Grooms is one of our bridge builders, and I'll tell you more about what that is later on. But he's been involved in this program, I don't know how many years, at least 4 or 5 years, but he's dedicated. The next award is the Dr. Martin Luther King Award of Uplift. One who has consistently acted as an uplifter, striving to make his life, make life better, not only for himself, but also for others. This award goes to a young leader who's a loyal member. He joined as a middle schooler of this program. And though shy and reluctant at the start, he developed over the years to be a cheerful, active, well-spoken participant who exerts a positive influence during our meetings. He's open and honest and strives to improve himself. Outside of his schooling at Indian Run High School, he spends time working on his physical fitness, as well as perfecting his skills and business as a sketch artist. Derek Davis. You guys who are podcasters, listen to this guy's voice. He's got a voice for the mic. You already know why Dylan couldn't make it tonight. And we've already recognized him with an award for his adult level maturity and responsibility. But you don't know that Dylan is a dedicated caregiver for his sister who has special needs, as well as having supporting activities for his mother. He does this while not forsaking his school and other commitments. And so he has persevered in the face of adversity and obstacles. And therefore, we give him the Thurgood Marshall Award of Endurance. Liam, can you come forward and accept that award for him? Monica Parker, would you come forward? Monica is probably recording this for his son, Ralph, who was not here. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about why we're giving him also this award for persevering in the face of adversity and obstacles. Ralph is finishing sophomore year at Bayside High School, and it's been a tough year for Ralph. He juggles an after-school job, Golden Pole meetings, football practice, Golden Pole and church community service, church youth group, and worship service assistance. But he suffers from asthma, and occasionally it reaches a debilitating level. Not long ago, it got so bad that he had to be hospitalized for 10 days. So, he was compromised before, during, and afterwards. And while he was recovering, Ralph's body weakened, his grades fell, he missed football practice, and of course, he missed work and Golden Pole activities. And if you know anything about Ralph, he is very dedicated to whatever he's into, and so it really upsets him when he misses something. But yet he persevered and successfully got back to good grades in school, got back in shape for playing football, and returned to his service activities. Ralph, I just learned, is not here tonight because he's home grieving, again, enduring some of the hardships in life. His best friend, I think a fellow football player, after football practice, collapsed and died. And so Ralph was taking that pretty hard and couldn't bring himself to come out tonight. But we ask his mother, who's dedicated parent in Golden Pole, to accept this award on his behalf. The Golden Ankle Award of Consciousness is given to one of our Golden Pole parents. for consistently exemplifying our hidden pillar of consciousness, that is, awareness and understanding. We've seen that a critical factor in the success of our program of developing young men and is the involvement of a parent or guardian or some other dedicated family support, or if you will, a strong pillar supporting the structure we call a young leader. Each year we celebrate this kind of involved support by selecting a parent who exemplifies this pillar of consciousness. This year's awardee has sat in on most Golden Pole meetings, both virtual and in person, to see and hear firsthand what is being presented to her young leader and others. She even went to the great length of participating with her young leader via Zoom on her phone while driving on several occasions. Likewise, she has attended our virtual parent meetings, and when she thinks she has something to contribute during the meetings, she does not hesitate to speak up. So it is our great pleasure to present this award to Ms. Tiana McGill. Can we get one more with son Dwayne with her? Within, and there's a word.
Oh.
The Bridge Builder Award is given to one who has consistently supported young leaders in the mission of the Golden Pole. I told you I would explain a little bit about the Bridge Builder. It's one of the poems that if you were being initiated in Omega Psi Phi fraternity, you learn and to understand. Our speaker, Dr. Corprew, mentioned about the responsibility of reaching back and pulling forth people with you as you climb. So I'm going to read you just a little portion of the poem, The Bridge Builder. The builder lifted his old gray head and said, "Good friend, in the path I have come, there followeth after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way, this chasm that has been naught to me. So to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building this bridge for him." So over the years, the Golden Pole program has been blessed with having men who, although they're not members of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, yet commit their time, expertise, and resources to developing, enhancing, and implementing our program. They do this because they recognize the critical need to help shape our youth into men of achievement and service. In many cases, the bridge builders know this because they themselves lacked such mentoring while growing up and experienced some struggles as a result. Our awardee tonight for the Bridge Builder Award is such a person. Early on, he struggled in school, but managed to start his undergraduate education through joining the Navy. It took him 20 years, he's told our young leaders, through fits of starts and stops to earn his bachelor's degree, but it didn't stop there. He started pursuing his master's degree, and he did this while marrying and raising children, experiencing several health challenges, and taking on roles in his church ministry. In fact, He and his wife recently became ordained ministers in his church. And with this in mind, it would be understandable if he were not able or willing to take time twice a month to come out and assist in carrying out the Golden Pole program. Yet he's done this for years, and he truly exemplifies the concept of bridge building so that those youth who follow after us have a better, smoother path. He couldn't be here tonight because he's isolating and recovering from COVID. So I'm going to ask the founder of the Golden Fold program, Seiko Vana, to come forth and accept this award for Alex Hightower. We created a new award this year called the Rising Star Award. It's given to a young leader who is new to our program, but who demonstrates active participation on all levels. This is just about the first meeting he's missed that I know of. As I said, the purpose is to recognize the quality of participation for young leaders new to the program and to encourage other young leaders by the example of the awardee. The awardee is the first such person to receive this award. He's a middle schooler who joined us midstream this program year. He jumped in with both feet, attending every meeting, paying close attention and making good questions, asking good questions for every presentation, and cheerfully participating in meeting activities. He demonstrates a high degree of leadership potential, and he's got some skill in chess. He beat a chess master that we brought in to teach chess. His name is Elias Webb. He's not here tonight, but I'm gonna call on Isaiah to come and accept this award. Isaiah is a middle schooler too, new to our program. He was preceded by two brothers who both participated and graduated in this program. Oh. Thank you for your attention throughout that, and congratulations to all you awardees. We're moving on to the presentation of the Calvin Sears and James Dixon Scholarship Awards. I'm going to introduce you to my good brother, Terry Calhoun, former boss of Gamma Xi, and also chairman of the scholarship program, Mr. Calhoun.
Good evening, everyone. I'm, as you said, Terry Calhoun, scholarship chairman for the Gamazai James Dixon Calvin Sears Scholarship. You've already heard of two of the recipients who's won the scholarship named after two deceased brothers in the chapter who epitomized manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift in the form of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. First person I'd like to call up to receive this award in a few seconds, but Brother Paul Cruz here, something we would like you to understand that he came because he made a commitment to us. Sometimes you have to come as you are to fulfill those commitments. It's been nice student time, but wasn't able to do that. So please always remember, when you have a commitment, you said you're going to do something, do your best. Okay, not how you look, but how you present yourself. So that was good. I was glad you were able to do that. Afrofuturism. I was reading a book by Octavia E. Butler, Parable of the Sower. All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. As our scholar recipients come forth, remember that the scholarship allows you to adapt, to change. The essay that we had you write about how did the pandemic affect you in preparation for college talks about how you change. Okay? As you go through life, there will be a lot of obstacles. But you being able to understand, reason, fathom, persevere will allow you to change and then overcome and succeed. And with that, the first recipient of the James Dixon Calvin Sears Memorial Scholarship, Mr. Jordan Simpson. Simmons, I'm sorry, Jordan Simmons. Usually we do two presentations, one at the school and then one here. And we have both presentations for Jordan. Well, we have a Joe and Pete, our foster, with this at this time. Thank you. One more. One of the things about the scholarship that's supported by Virginia Uplift Foundation is that each recipient, upon his enrollment at his designated four-year institution, that means I get a copy of his enrollment classes that he's taking, will receive $1,000. Okay, so when they complete the application, they say they were going to a certain school. Something happens, it changes, doesn't matter. Just as long as I get the enrollment that you're going to school, I'll make sure you get your money. And the foundation will be happy as well. All right, the next recipient is Dwayne McGill. Two more. Thank you. Right. One more. Thank you. All right, we have a young man. Unfortunately, he wasn't part of the Golden Fold. However, he's going to do good things. Jeremiah M. Lauderdale. again, any of the juniors that are here now, we'll be looking to hopefully see you up here next year as well. Fellow friends, thank you. Appreciate it.
This is our first, use them out. This is our first, crossing the bar ceremony since 2019, 2019. And what we do, we have a send-off from, so we give to all the Golden Pole members and the parents, you mean the seniors, well, excuse me, the seniors, the graduating seniors, and the parents, members of the chapter, all chip in and bring items for their first year of school. So instead of bringing all the stuff up, we decided to bring one up, one gentleman. The best food was fun. I miss you, right?
You want the mask on or off? Okay.
Now, we were not prepared to give any gifts to the individual who's not a member of the Golden Pole. But some of the parents thought we had more than 4 grads. So we had a couple items left over. I'm going to give to this group. Okay, to our graduating seniors of the Golden Pole Movement, we look forward to hearing from you, and we will always be here for you. And we need you to be there for us as we were here. I hope these items received give you an understanding of support from us, your family here in the village of the Golden Pole. Okay, thank you. Now I need to recognize someone who's very important to us at the Golden Pole. And if it wasn't for this gentleman, I don't know what we would have done in the past year. He opened his doors of the church to us. Brother Jacob Bonner introduced us to him. And approximately 2 years, we've been there for free. Didn't charge us a dime. So,
Amen.
the Reverend Luther Allen, can you come forward? I'm giving this in the name of the Dan Uplift Foundation. Table and tray.
Can I say one thing? We, one of our last sessions, we asked Reverend Allen to, and by the way, he peeks in on every meeting and participates when he has something relevant to say. But we asked him to be a presenter on spirituality because we wanted our young leaders to understand that part of their character that will move their life in the right direction is not only have mental and physical health, but to have spiritual health, especially in dark times. And so he came and did a wonderful program on spirituality. He didn't try to proselytize anyone. He just wanted to share with young leaders how spirituality contributes to their life. So thank you for that, sir.
Everyone. Once again, my name is Ronald Broom. I am one of the bridge builders for the Golden Pole, also school counselor here in Virginia Schools at Big Dot Great Campus. I've been involved with the Golden Pole for about 4 years now. Truly enjoy my time here. I'm so proud of the young men from sixth graders all the way to 12th graders. For our seniors, just praying God's protection all over as we head forward. I'm so proud of y'all. So I'm going to read a poem, and the poem is entitled Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Sunset and evening star, one clear call for me. May there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. But such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam. When that which drew from out the boundless beam turns again home. Twilight and evening veil, and after that the dark. And may there be no sadness or farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. Now, we ask all graduating seniors in the audience to come forward with their parents or a parent or guardian on each side of them. If there are not two parents in attendance, please allow a friend assist in part of the ritual. So all seniors and their parents, their guardians, their family, y'all will come up, line up in front of the audience. Parents on both sides, one side. Parents, guardians, families. I'm going to say a statement that begins with God bless. And each statement that begins with God bless, I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. Families, place your hand atop your young gentleman's head. God bless his head.
God bless his head,
So he may think of you.
so he may think of you.
God bless his eyes,
God bless his eyes,
so he may see you clearly.
so he may see you clearly.
Parents, please put your hands on the ears. God bless his ears,
God bless his ears,
so he may hear you speaking.
so he may hear you speaking.
Families, place your hands on the nose. God bless his nose,
God bless his nose,
so he may breathe your spirit.
so he may breathe your spirit.
Families, place hands on your young gentleman's mouth. God bless his mouth,
God bless his mouth,
so he may speak your words.
so he may speak your words.
Families, place your hands on the young gentleman's shoulders. God bless his shoulders,
God bless his shoulders,
so he may shoulder the weight.
so he may shoulder the weight.
Families, place your hands in the young gentleman's hands. God bless his hands,
God bless his hands,
so he can create for you.
so he can create for you.
God bless
God bless
my son.
my son.
So now I would like to call up Mr. Baldwin Varner to come and give the challenge.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name, again, is Baldwin Varner. I am a former alumni, or I am an alumni of the Golden Gold Mentorship Program. I am also recently an alumni of Norfolk State University. I graduated in May with my bachelor's in physics.
And today is his 22nd birthday.
And to the graduates, everybody else, I have a challenge for you. I dare you to be bigger than you are, bigger in responsibility, bigger in patience, bigger in foresight, bigger in manhood. I dare you to be one of the priceless few that stand out and stand up for righteousness. I dare you to be adventurous and to seek opportunities which are outside of your comfort zone. I dare you to do things to be the man that people watch and follow. I dare you to be strong in character and morals, in faith, and in dedication to upliftment. I dare you to be tenacious. I dare you to preserve even in the face of darkness. I dare you to act creatively in all that you do and in all that you dream. I dare you to develop a magnetic personality, attracting others to overcome obstacles. I dare you to build character, to be a man of truth, integrity, and honor. I dare you to share with others, even if it means you will go without. I dare you to launch out into the deep, difficult waters of life. I dare you to surpass my success fourfold. I dare you to uplift the world. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you, everyone.
Would you believe that 9 years or 10 years ago, when he was new in the Golden Pole program, we couldn't get it? Happy birthday. Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Baldwin. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha.
Oh, really? Well, bring him on up. Bring him on up.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep.
Come on up. Right, yeah.
Legend.
How many DeRozas are there? A lot. So, Legend DeRose, I guess he's going to follow in his brother's footsteps and be once he gets to middle school, be a golden folder. But anyway, let's sing happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Legend. Happy birthday to you. Hey. Wow. Are you sure? He's had 3 golden folders. Oh, that's dope. Another for now, the young leader is supposed to do that. I think, but I know scripture says Jesus said always be called, always be related to the best. I wrote this a couple of weeks ago, and I like to share it with you all. You all stand with this together. This is our king of benediction. Repeat after me. As we depart this sanctuary of worship and praise, as we depart the sanctuary of worship and praise, as we leave our fellowship bound for ministry space, as we leave our fellowship bound for ministry space, we are the Lord's hands. We are the Lord's hands. And we are the Lord's feet. And we are the Lord's feet. We dwell in the Spirit. We dwell in the Spirit. With all people we meet. With all people we meet. We love as Christ loved. We love as Christ loved. We serve as He served. And we serve as He served. We share our salvation. We share our salvation. Through His grace undeserved. Through His grace undeserved. When we are labeled. And when we are labeled. As strange or as odd. As strange or as odd. Just know we are becoming. The kingdom of God. The long ready hospital. We are before thing that we must do. At the end of yeah. Yeah, we want it. Apostle kind of so quiet. And I want him to just say a word. It's been around. You can sit down. What year did you come in? Yeah. So we already at the benediction. So, again, I just want to recognize Brother Abdul, Brother Ford, and Brother Staco, and all the brothers really, not only Gamazon, but the brothers before you who are affiliated with the organization, for all the hard work, commitment, really the dedication to this program. And really, I want to recognize the members of the Going Forward, especially those graduating seniors, for your accomplishments. I too am a graduate of Norfolk State many, many years ago now, but whether it's Norfolk State or any other college, or just I talked about earlier about just grade and just pursuing excellence. Today's age, it's important. It's important. What we talked about. So I'll just leave you with a proverb that I think we're all familiar with, hopefully in all heard. But it's Proverbs 22:6, where it talks about direct your child onto the right path. When they are older, they will not leave it. So your children, parents, these are your fruit, and you are judged by your fruit. So well done. Continue to make your parents proud, young men. Continue to make us proud. And God, keep faithful.
Are you leaving? So, just want to just gather. Well, get me through that. There you go. Yeah.
At the end of each meeting, this is our sending message that they give to one another.
Everybody repeat after me.
This is Paul.
No, Ron Bakery. All right. Everybody repeat after me. If it is to be,
If it is to be,
it's up to me.
it's up to me. I feel good about myself.
I feel good about
I feel good about the people around me because I walk with good and I talk with good and I feel real good. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is your better and your better is your best. Our lives are golden and they're only getting better. Lose not courage, lose not faith. Step forward, see it through.
We breathe success.
We breathe success,
Please go.
we bleed gold. Safe journey. All right.